You're listening to Top Tips from Your Health Reset, your chance to get unexpected and helpful advice from our special guests. Welcome back. I'm Sinclair Canale, and I'm here with Sachin Patel of Living Proof. We are talking about Sachin's 3 favorite self-monitoring health tools. So if you're going to take charge of your own health and be master of your own body sovereignty, what are the top 3 wearables that you recommend for people?
First thing I want to say is wearable technology used responsibly helps us shorten feedback loops. So we can know within minutes or within every 24 hours or within, days, how our body's responding to some of the interventions that we might be introducing. So if we adjust our sleep time, if we take certain nutrients, if we adjust our meal timing, how does that affect our sleep, our respiration, our resting heart rate, our HRV, our blood sugar? We can actually discover all this information and then make better choices. So there's 3 devices that I really love. Some of these I wear consistently, and some of these I wear periodically as kind of ways of just diving a little bit deeper into questions I want to have answered. The first one is an Oura Ring. And the Oura Ring I love because, and I think you'll appreciate this too, Sinclair, is we can actually put it into airplane mode so it's not emitting a signal. And then it syncs, to a physical charging port, and then you can sync it with your phone. So you can actually turn it off from a emitting perspective.
Just to comment on that for a second, people don't realize how strong that Bluetooth signal is. And just doing that one thing you can see on your Oura Ring how much your sleep improves. And don't worry, you're not losing data. It's still collecting for you. So that's a great tip.
It'll track your respiratory rate, how much deep sleep you're getting, REM sleep you're getting, how many times you're tossing and turning. The thing that I need to figure out is I toss and turn a lot. Everything else I get like perfect, great scores in, but my restlessness tends to be high. So be experimenting with getting a mattress, right? To see, okay, how do I solve that issue now? Because it's disrupting my sleep. Next thing I look at is, and love, is a CGM. So a continuous glucose monitor allows me to see fluctuations in my glucose. And glucose is a great metric because it measures the interface between insulin and cortisol.
Can you explain that for our listeners?
Sure, absolutely. So the main function of cortisol, people think of cortisol as a stress hormone, but its main function is actually to help regulate blood sugar. When our cortisol levels go up, our blood sugar actually goes up. Now, we may associate our blood sugar only to food, but when you wear a continuous glucose monitor, you'll notice that stressful events or stressful phone calls or stressful situations, sometimes even just sitting down and answering your email will cause your blood sugar to go up because it causes your cortisol to go up. And so we now become aware of different activities and how they affect us. And every 15 minutes, we can literally have this feedback coming to us, and then we can make better decisions. My favorite story is I had shipped a device to a friend of mine whose father was a diabetic. And she said, we've tried everything. He's not listening. What can I do? Can you help him? I said, well, let me help him help himself. We sent him a CGM. Within 5 days, his blood sugar was normal because he knew exactly how each meal he was having and the specific foods he was having were affecting him, and it gamified his health. And within 5 days, he was basically regulating his blood sugar normally again.
Wow.
And so you're talking about a device that's $150. The third device that I encourage people to look into is called a HeartMath. And a HeartMath is a really simple tool. You can either plug into your phone or you can get a Bluetooth version. And what it does is it measures, by clipping it to your ear, measures something called HRV. HRV is a measurement of resilience of your nervous system and how parasympathetic you are. And what HeartMath does is it gives you instant biofeedback and allows you to use your breath to bring your heart and your mind into coherence and really get you into a state of healing, repair, and regeneration for your body. And then it's a way to actually build resilience because there's different levels of skill set that are built into the app as well. So HeartMath, many, many years of research. My wife is a HeartMath certified practitioner. I'm a rock star at doing the HeartMath. I can't say I've mastered my breath, but it's something that I've worked on. And so I can really get my scores up there. So those are 3 things. Looking at HRV and blood sugar are probably the 2 of those lowest hanging fruits and the 2 domino numbers that when they're balanced, everything else is balanced. When those are out of balance, then now we got to dig a little bit deeper and figure out what's going on.
That's so helpful. Thank you. And for people that are still catching on to the parasympathetic conversation, what we're talking about is how the central nervous system can be sort of in a parasympathetic mode, which is that rest, digest, and detox repair mode. And that's when you're calm. and your body feels safe to do that work, or that sympathetic mode, which can be a little bit confusing because it sounds like it would be relaxing, but it's not. It's the opposite. It's that stress response. That's where the fight or flight comes in. That's where all the blood goes away from your organs to go towards your limbs so that you can dive into action. So our job in this crazy, fast-paced society that we're in, when we're trying to heal ourselves from these chronic conditions, is to increase more and more time possible in that parasympathetic rest, digest, repair state. So learning how to monitor yourself and take responsibility and be your own advocate for what's working for you in real time can be the difference between you making progress today on your health or not. So Sachin, this is so helpful. Any last words you want to say if people could only pick one to start with, or how should they make that decision?
I would say start with the Oura because it's the most passive of the devices. The CGM lasts for 2 weeks. So it's kind of a throwaway after 2 weeks. I mean, super valuable, but you're not going to have it 2 weeks later. The HeartMath, I would say start by getting your HRV passively recorded, build up that desire to explore and go a little bit further. And then if you want to take it to the next level, then you can pick up the HeartMath. But I love the Oura because it's a passive intervention. You just put on a cool ring and it looks nice, great conversation starter. And it does a great job at keeping you plugged into your body and knowing what's working and what isn't.
That's such a great point. Boy, if you're not sleeping or pooping, chances are you're not healing. So
right, exactly.
Work on both. This is so helpful. Any last thoughts you want to leave our lovely listeners with today?
Stop loving yourself to death and love yourself to life.
Ooh, wow. That's a good one. And where can our audience find you?
Well, the best place to find me is probably on Facebook. That's where I share my life and get to know me a little bit better, get a sense of who I am. And if you're looking for a free program, we've got a great 30-day free program called 30 Ways in 30 Days, where I share my 30 best tips. And it's a great place for people to start if they're looking to, really start their health journey from the comfort of their own home and start with practical things that they can start doing. That if you're not doing these things first, right, then you're wasting money, perhaps asking for help. So these are the really foundational things that people can do to get started.
And you're such an incredible mentor for practitioners as well. Where can practitioners find you?
Oh, thanks for asking. So yeah, that's one of the things that I love doing, and almost forgot. We got so caught up in wearable devices. So I love coaching practitioners, and they can find out more about me at thesachinpatel.com, as well as Perfect Practice Mentorship.
Well, and we'll be talking again soon. We've got so much that we want to do together, and I'm definitely going to be at your next breathwork thing. So don't worry, guys. If Sachin gets moved to share more breathwork with everybody, we'll be letting you know about it for sure. And
awesome. Thank you, Sinclair.
Yeah. And everybody go back and check out the previous episode with Sachin about breathwork, because it really is a game changer. One of those foundational aspects of embracing how your body works to heal itself. Thanks so much. Thanks for listening. Go to detoxrejuvenation.com to find the links in the show notes to everything we covered in this episode. Please subscribe, review, and share with other humans who need this precious information. Let's help each other. Until next time, love, Sinclair.